Yo, what's happening guys, Zenia, and today we're gonna be looking at this art club has a problem. That's right, we're gonna be looking at some new seasonal animes and kind of be doing some discussions on them and kind of new topic type videos based on them. So, prior to watching this manga, I stumbled on reading the anime. Oh wait, So, prior to watching this anime, I stumbled upon the manga by pretty much sheer coincidence. There was me, minding my own business, on my favourite manga streaming site, when suddenly I caught a glimpse of this anime's cover, or this manga at the time's cover. It looked pretty interesting, so I decided to read it, and I got laughs out of it, and before you knew it, I had read the whole thing in like 2 days. Not that in any way that was relevant to what I'm about to say about this anime, but hey, I just thought I'd give you guys a bit of backstory. I really did just suddenly stumble upon it, checked, and found I was getting an anime, so I was pretty hyped. So now, I can be one of those guys that are like,
yeah, that anime, it was decent, but have you read the manga? It was like so much better. Plus, it's the original material and everything. It was just
Hi.
Okay. From the get, we are introduced to our main characters, Usami Mizuki and Ichimaru Saburo, who are accompanied by their sleepy classmate, president? Yeah, that will do. They form an art club. I find Ichimaki interesting because he's not your typical guy that's just oblivious to, let's say, 3D girls, because obviously this guy, he's only interested in 2D waifus, and you know what that means? He's perfect and fully likable. His goals are to create the perfect 2D waifu, and the others, well, they're just there to do art. Now, right from the get, we kind of have an interesting interaction between the main female character and the main male character. Mizuki is a bit more brash. She's more like a tsundere type girl, but instead they kind of present her in a different way. We kind of see her mindset, and we know why she kind of tends to lash out at Ichimaki, because she feels embarrassed about like kind of misunderstanding him, because obviously since this is a rom-com, she likes him. And to some, this could be a complete turn-off. I mean, we always see these common traits just thrown on characters to be like, hey, we're gonna give you this trait so you're like this guy this trait, and to some this may seem like a turn-off, but in fact the way that they portray her is actually a bit more interesting, because she doesn't just be tsundere and be like, I'ma hit you because I like you. She does feel bad, and we do see her kind of regretting some of her actions and feeling bad, but we all know that she does it to be embarrassed. Uchimaki is a bit more on the other side. He is a bit tad oblivious, as do normally males tend to be in these kind of situations, but he's so focused on making his perfect 2D waifu, it makes the interactions between both of them really interesting, and the comedy in this is just great. Now, apart from those two and their interactions, the series is pretty much going to take on the trail of just us following the art club doing artsy things, and probably just us following them interacting with things. I don't really know how to explain it. Of course, they're going to throw some romance in there and some drama to spice it up a bit, but at ground basis, this is really just your typical rom-com school club thing. We see many of these in like Defrag and My Pet Sakura So, which are two of my favorites in the genre, to be completely fair. Now, the style of this video is kind of an overview and review mixed with a bit of first impressions. It is quite hard to kind of give this a different look. This is an anime that is ultimately there to make you laugh and enjoy it. The comedy aspect does kind of overrule the romance, because if they wanted you to take the romance fully seriously, it would have probably been a bit more prominent within the first episode. Don't get me wrong, it was there, but this is the problem people have with these kind of series. They feel like they can't really take anything away from it when it comes to the romance aspect. So if you're looking for something really deep and really like mixed drama with romance, this may be not what you're looking for. While I do think this viewpoint on the anime is pretty much on the dot, and that is kind of what you get from the first few episodes. I do want to remind you guys that there's only a few episodes out at the moment, meaning that there's a lot of time for things to get developed and the story to move on. And the reason I bring this up is because I have actually read the manga, so I'm not spoiling anything, but I want to say that there's actually a bit more in this series than is actually presented. But what I do want to say is that from the first few episodes we actually given quite a nice spectrum and just quite a nice introduction to these characters and the way they interact with each other. It's a fun anime, and from the first episode, there's been a lot of comedy, and it was really fun to watch. It was entertaining, and at the end of the day, that's what anime is there to do. It's there to entertain you. Sometimes I think the problem with animes is that people look too deep into them, especially when it comes to rom-coms. I mean, if it was gonna be like Sakura So, it may not have had the chance to have been this fun or this energetic, because Sakura So had more episodes to develop, and so did other animes. So you do have to really give the episode count a consideration, and also how fast paced this is moving. I think this anime in episode 1 covered like the first 5 chapters. I may be wrong on that, but it's quite fast paced moving, but it's really well done. I also want to comment on the art style and animation. It was really fluid and I really enjoyed it. It was just like, wow, they really like nailed it, making it look colorful and everyone's eyes look shiny. It's really got that nice aesthetic look. Apart from it looking great, having pretty much a really nice interesting story and being really funny, I don't have any much to say without kind of spoiling it. My opinions are that it's actually a really great anime at core, and it does justice to the genres it's placed itself in, the romantic comedy genre. It's got good comedy and the romance is there. It's little subtle at the beginning, not heavy, but it's definitely there, and I look forward to see it pan out through the rest of the anime. So, what did you guys think about this anime? Have you watched it? Were you going to give it a try? I definitely recommend it to people that are into animes like Defrag, Sakura So. If you did enjoy animes like that, I would definitely recommend you go check this one out, because I'm thinking this is going to be my favorite comedy of the season. I don't know about you guys, but it definitely gave me a good watch. I did enjoy watching it. So yeah, this has pretty much been it for the overview / discussion of a really long name. I'm not gonna try to embarrass myself by pronouncing, so I've heard that the shorter name of it is Kono B. So yes, or the art troubles, but you know what I mean. This has been Zenia. Be sure to give the video a like, and I will be covering some more of the animes this season. Let me know if you want me to cover any other ones sooner, or if there's any that you think I should check out. This has been Zenia, and I'm out. Peace.